Pencils down. That's it. There we go. You heard that clap.
That's right.
That's it. No more fucking around. 250.
250.
This is the big 250 today. How about that?
Quarter to 1,000.
Quarter to 1,000 and rambling. It's almost there.
You think we'll get to 1,000?
Yes, we'll get to 7.
You think?
I think 7,000.
Really?
7,000. I think 7,000.
What year will that be?
It's a good question.
So if we're knocking out like 50 a year, 52 a year, right? Once a week.
Once a week.
And we need another 750.
Will we be dead by then?
We could be dead by then.
I'd be dead by then.
The world will definitely be over.
It'll be over. That's true. Here we are. Man, this is exciting. Michael S. Miller had requested that time Mr. T called into Jizz Talk. Before we did,
wasn't he host though? He was co-host.
What he doesn't realize, what Michael Miller doesn't know, is that it was a very special week.
Well, this was after the
Talk.
9/11 controversy.
Yes,
the Jizz guys got suspended.
Yeah. Do we have when Mr. T and Jesse the Body were on Jizz Talk?
I think. Did you pull that up? Did you find that, Cody?
Yeah.
I was able to find it. It was in the archives. It was actually kind of hidden away because it was so controversial and it almost ruined their careers.
Right.
But
wait, it ruined T's and Ventura's careers?
It got close.
Almost,
it got close. Yeah, for what we heard.
Yeah, well, let me try to put it up. So this was 9/12/2001.
Wow.
The next day. Wow. They just they pulled those Jizz guys off quick. Oh my God.
Oh man. Tell me when it's ready. I guess we're going to listen to this for the first time, man.
Yeah, here we go. And so if I remember correctly, the scenario was they weren't sure that they were going to get the Jizz guys back, and so this was like a trial run for Mr. T
so they
and
thought
Jesse Ventura.
They thought this was going to be their show.
Yeah.
Wow. And they thought that maybe they would go in a different direction.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess you'll hear what ended up happening.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Well, guy, here's the one thing I wanted to say to you.
Yeah.
Is I really believe it should be Jizz Talk. Jesse the Body presents Jizz Talk, and it's no offense to you.
Mr. T?
I have all the respect.
What about
on earth.
T?
My jizz, supposedly, I've been told, tastes fantastic.
It's good.
It tastes fantastic.
I know. I've had it.
And we had a great time. That was the first WrestleMania.
Yes.
We were backstage.
A lot of people don't know that.
Hogan was very jealous of what happened between us. Hogan thought it was going to be his WrestleMania.
Right.
He thought Hogan.
That's when he thought you were starting to swap wives.
That's right, wife swapper. Hogan, how dare you say that? How dare look at Hogan's marriage? What I'm wondering is,
because I've had my beef with Hogan as well,
right,
on the set of Rocky III.
Absolutely, you did.
Yeah,
but here's what I think. A couple of pints of my jizz would have cleared that beef up real quick.
Well, I think you're discounting my jizz as well.
T, I really didn't like the taste of your jizz. I'm not going to lie. I've got to be honest.
I ate lots of relish, and that's supposed to make your jizz taste
well,
sour.
It had the opposite effect to me. I think I really don't know how they're going to go back to the other guys after this.
What other guys?
Exactly.
Exactly.
What I think we should do is just have several different people come and taste our jizz, episode to episode.
Sort of a jizz off.
Yes, and then
a blind jizz off.
We blindfold them.
I think we just blind them.
Blind them
permanently.
A permanent blinding. And then we have them decide.
We take our dicks and we poke their eyeballs out.
Okay. I like that.
And then we fill their eye holes with jizz.
I think you're on to something really wonderful here that nobody's ever done before, and I think it would be groundbreaking if we could do this. Absolutely.
Okay.
I was the first ever heel announcer. I don't know if you knew that, T, but I think we'll be the first ever.
Yeah, you didn't speak kindly to me at WrestleMania.
No, I was part of the.
I get you.
I get you.
That was.
I had to
the
show
that
I was rooting against you.
Right.
I was actually rooting for Mr. Wonderful Paul Arndorff and Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Because I had just blown you in the locker room.
Yes, and you tasted my belly full of my jizz, and I really think that's why you had such a great time.
That
in the
gave
ring.
me the upper hand against Piper.
You looked fantastic
of course
in the ring.
Did.
Absolutely. Piper was very upset that he had to lose that to you. But I really think so you say we blind them with our own
I
penises.
say we blind them.
With our own penises. Permanent blinding. And then they have to tell us which jizz tastes better.
Right. And then we send them on their way.
Well, I think as a country in mourning, I think they need that. I think a country that's...
I think that'll bring this country together.
I think it will. Everyone's still very sad.
If we're all blind, there's no racism.
I don't know why we don't give our jizz to the people and the first responders who are out there right now.
That probably
the
ones that are in the hospital right now.
They could probably use our jizz to help.
Good.
to help. And of course, we would be out there removing rubble, but we have to do this show. I could probably move for more rubble than any of the first responders put
You could
together.
build back Tower 6 all by
Absolutely.
yourself.
Right now, I could go do it, but I'm contractually obligated to host this show. Wow, goddamn, I think I missed the other guys.
Yeah.
I don't
Savage
know.
and
Savage and
Randy? Those guys just were egoless, and this was all ego.
Yeah, it was all exactly those two guys.
I felt like the original Savage and I forgot the other guy's name.
Right, but they came back at least.
They came back. They felt
came
like
back.
they talked about Jizz because they love Jizz.
Right, these guys talk about loving themselves.
Yeah,
and not.
And there
Jizz,
also happens to be Jizz.
There also happens to be Jizz. Mr. T drinking.
Also, Mr. T's wholesome image after
It got wrecked. It
yeah.
really got wrecked on Jizz Talk. Blinding people with his dick didn't really help. Permanently
blind taste test.
I can't believe that Mr. T would decide.
I can't believe. Yeah, it's shocking. It's
You got to. There's a video with Jesse the Body Ventura. I was telling Eddie about this, where he was talking about so he tried to unionize wrestlers, right? And Hogan ratted him out to Vince. This is back in the early '80s, and Ventura went off on Hogan on an interview like last year. And the guy goes, well, you know, he's walking around saying that you're a wife swapper.
Hogan was calling Ventura a wife swapper.
And Ventura, wife swapper.
Wife swapper. Swapper.
What is that? Look at that. Look at his marriage. What happened to that? He's calling me a wife swapper.
He never denied it.
He did. He goes,
did
it's
he?
ridiculous. I never did. Look at him. Look at his marriage.
Look at his marriage.
Wife
swapper.
Did you guys?
There's no swapping with the body. The body doesn't
Why
take
would you
any
want to
trades.
swap this body?
Did you guys hear about the second day of Mr. T and Jesse Ventura when Mr. T did the Treat Your Mother Right contest?
No, I didn't
We didn't hear about this.
Oh man,
Is this up?
I think I might have it here.
Oh man, I didn't know.
He was trying to, they were running low on ideas, and he
Sure.
had this history. It
Sure.
was pretty. I'll just let you guys take a listen.
Okay, all right. So now, what are you trying to say, T? Like,
What I'm saying is, I want all my little T's out there to give a nice warm cup of jizz to the mothers.
Okay, who's jizz?
Their jizz.
Their own jizz.
Their own
mother.
jizz.
I
Yes.
like this.
They all get a cup of jizz, and they give it to the mamas.
Well-
and the mamas go, oh, my little boy made me a cup of jizz. Oh, I got to drink all this jizz.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to discredit. I know you have a wonderful relationship with your mother, T. But what is a mother without jizz? Jizz creates a mother. So they should be thankful. Do you get what my point here?
What?
These mothers
Yeah.
would be nothing without jizz.
Right.
They wouldn't be a mom. They'd just
So
be
they're already going to have jizz.
right.
Anyway.
So you give them an extra helping as a thank you. That's your idea.
That's a better Mother's Day.
All right, well, there we go. So it's still a nation in mourning. We can come together on this. Man, that's a crazy episode. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I wasn't clear on what T was trying to
I
do.
don't give kids the jizz, their own jizz.
To their moms? I don't
God,
understand.
that's, man.
But
Wow.
I can't believe they didn't last.
That's crazy that they only lasted a week. And then
A
they
week?
were so bad.
There was 5 of those shows?
There was 5. Yeah, I think that they ended the original Jizz guys were supposed to be suspended for 4 months, but
Yeah.
after 1 week of Mr.
They
T,
thought it could not possibly get worse.
Bring
than
the
that.
Jizz guys back.
it got worse. Oh man, what's funny is in that same video, Jesse glows about Mr. T. It's hilarious. I will have nothing bad to say.
Don't
about
have
him.
a foul word to
Mr.
say
T
about
was
T.
a wonderful guy.
The gentleman.
It was really funny. They're like, were you guys mad? Why would we be mad? He was the biggest. He was a big draw. He put a lot of eyes on Mania. I thought it was great that he came out and did that. It was really funny. So maybe at least he still had his back.
Yeah.
After the Jizz Talk.
After Jizz Talk didn't
debacle.
work out there.
The Jizz Talk debacle.
Jizz Talk.
9 minutes and 25 seconds. Look at that. Is it time for the intro? Do we do it?
Do we play the music?
Do we play the music?
That fucking music,
play the
white
music.
boy.
Oh, and my God, if you can sing along to this one at home, we recommend it.
Do we have lyrics?
Oh, it's coming. Do you remember this one? Do you remember this one at all? From
Oh my God, yeah.
time, I've been passing time, watching trains go by, all of my life, lying on the sand, watching seabirds fly, wishing there would be someone waiting home for me. Something's telling me it might be you. It's telling me it might be you. All of my life. What a jam.
Yeah.
Cody, do you know that song? Do you even know that?
Have you seen Tootsie?
No.
It Might Be You by Stephen Bishop, the love theme from Tootsie.
He hasn't seen
Something's
Tootsie.
telling me it might be
Do we throw
you.
that on the Goodwill
That might
Hunting?
need to go on Good Willow Hunting as Tootsie.
Does that movie age well?
I bet not.
I have not seen it in a minute.
have not seen it
I
since
have
it
not
probably
seen it.
came out.
It's been a minute.
It has been a long time since I've seen Tootsie.
I can't imagine.
I don't
aging
think the
well.
cover art holds up of Dustin Hoffman dressed as a woman
Not
smiling.
an attractive woman.
No, he was not.
Not even as a youth.
Not even as a young Dustin Hoffman. He was not able to pull out. Ramble 250. Look at us. Wow, when did they bury us? It's been a while. Been a minute.
Before we started, we
Before
had
we
the
started,
idea
we
of
had to
doing
say,
the
this
Ramble.
will never work.
And
Never
they're
work.
like, don't do it. Please don't do it.
Never.
They tried to stop us
work.
before we even did it.
This is going to be, we're going to have to get this under the gun so Cody and I can go watch Cowboys kick off.
Yeah, I'm already basking in the glow of
You
the
already had a
Washington
win.
football team
You already
win.
had a big win. Now we're going to see
The
what the
Washington
Cowboys
football
can
team
go.
is undefeated as a
1-0.
franchise.
Sitting
As a
atop the
franchise.
NFC East as of right
Look
now.
at that. Because they're the only ones that played, right? So
Right.
far. The Giants is it tomorrow? Giants are Monday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are
And,
the Giants
they
playing?
beat the Eagles, so that's 1-0 in
It's
the
a 1-0
division.
for number one.
Big
The
division
bullet,
win.
big division win. You need that one.
You do.
This is kind of weird to have the Cowboys start the season against anyone other than the Giants. I'm so used to that opening
Skins
day.
usually start against the Eagles.
Yep.
We did it last year. They did this year.
Cowboys
Football team. Sorry.
Cowboys seemingly always start against the Giants, or it's a second game.
Yeah.
Usually, it's always right there.
You always get some sort of division game in the NFC East.
right,
Up first.
right up, because it's the most exciting division in football when they're all good.
It's been a while since
It's been a while since they've all
It
been
hasn't
good.
been that
a
way
while.
in a while.
But it is the best of it when they're all when 3 of the 4 are cooking. Forget it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
That's a great time. When 3 of the 4 are cooking, that's a great fucking division. It's everything just oh god, it's all amped. It's exciting. I dare I say exciting, Eddie. Cody, exciting.
Excited.
Cody and I are basking. Maybe who knows what happened with our Dallas Stars? We might be basking. We might be like, "Are you fucking kidding?" It's gonna be one of the two. Like, God damn it, this better. It's either holy shit, we're in the Cup Finals,
Yeah.
or this better not
Well,
go to
sitting right
fucking
here,
game
right now,
7.
you don't know. But by the time this airs, you guys could be in the middle of the worst sports week of your life.
Or right.
You could be an 0-1 Cowboys
Oh,
team
and
eliminate.
Colorado's knocking at the door in games of forcing a game 7. That could be. It could be brutal. It could. Man, I don't know. Is there? Jesus, the worst sports week ever for what you root for. Cody's, it's a little tougher, right? Because you have different teams, not all in the same city.
Yeah.
Cowboys, there's been some rough weeks for Dallas sports for sure. There've been some rough ones. Man, I don't know. That's a good.
Well, for so long, Dallas rough sports. Well, the Cowboys rough sports times were just always basically
Always.
for a good stretch of time for the last 20 years.
I ran out of hope with Garrett after like his 3rd year. For the first 2 years, I'm like, well, maybe let's just see. Then I was like,
Did I
this
tell you
fucking
that I
guy.
was on a the Tony Romo fumbled snap against
Seattle?
Oh,
yeah.
I was on a cruise ship.
Classic game.
Stop it.
I was like 17 on the first ever cruise I'd ever been on, and my whole family was out like having dinner and stuff, and I was in my room watching the Cowboys game.
Oh God!
And then watched that play happen from the room, and just the rest of the
Heartbreaking.
cruise. I'm just like, ugh.
I was at the Brea Improv.
Okay.
In the green room,
Loving it.
watching the game. I forgot who was on stage, and I was sitting back there with the man. I forget who the manager was at the time. We were both sitting in the back of the green room because in the old Brea Improv, the green room was to the left of the stage.
Yes.
And I was sitting back and we were watching that, and we both started screaming because I hated the Cowboys. Of
course.
And he, I don't remember if he was I think he was a Seahawks fan.
Wow.
And we were just screaming, and like one of the waitresses came in, like, "Guys, could you keep it down? You just like right in the middle of the show."
Hilarious.
I had to be so loud when that happened.
I was at the Addison Improv.
Oh,
I was hosting that week. I told the crowd. I was like, "You're not gonna fucking believe this." That's how I said goodnight to everybody. I was so pissed. But the funniest thing was we couldn't get that mad because a comic Todd, good guy, Todd Sanderson, his cousin was Jordan Babineau who made that play.
Oh, really?
So he's losing his mind. That's his cousin saving the day for the Seahawks and creating this. So we were like, we had to be like, good, fuck, but good for you and
That
your
was
cousin.
funny.
That's, like he was Lucas. That was his cousin who made that play. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And so everyone else was like, motherfucker. And then,
Yeah.
we wanted to he's such a good dude. You're like, hey, man, that's great on you. Yeah, that was his cousin.
I wish I could remember whose set I ruined. I just don't remember.
That is. Was it a normal or was it a showcase?
It was a weekend. I had been working.
So it was
there
a
for the
headliner,
weekend.
opener, middle.
I think
okay,
I was
yeah.
either hosting or middling. I don't remember.
That's amazing.
And I was just losing my mind.
I'm trying to remember who I was working with that night. That's funny. God damn. Yeah, that was.
That would have been like 2006.
Six.
I think it was 2006 season. It was
2006.
Romo's first year as a starter.
Yep. I was a year and a half before I moved out here.
Yeah.
To LA. That was it. I was still living in Texas. It was, man, I was about to move.
That's when I used to work the improvs.
Oh man, I was about to move to New York. 2007 season, I was in New York, and then I was here. Oh wait, yeah, that was, man, fuck, that hurt. God damn,
It was pretty funny.
That was real bad.
That was. What was Romo thinking? Like it was, but I remember thinking, like, this guy's young though, man.
But he was literally a yard and a half for making that 2-point conversion and winning the game.
Yep. It would have. He would have been, and you wonder what happens. The narrative is completely changed on his career, probably. If they have a deep play at whatever, no matter,
he
what
bobbled
happens.
the snap, no doubt, the
He
hold.
fucked it up.
But he nearly got into the
He
end zone.
nearly made it. Babineau caught him at the last fucking second. That was, that was probably that was one of the worst. I still had a harder time with the non-pass interference call against Irvin with Dion when
Against
they lost
Green
to
Bay?
San Francisco. When Dion,
that.
The
I
Green
thought you
Bay
meant
was the no catch.
The no
Des
catch.
the no
Bryant.
catch was tough.
That was rough.
Des Bryant
That
no
sucked.
catch was tough. That was a rough one. God damn, because that was clearly a fucking catch. That
And it
would
was
have
a
been
catch the next season,
the
right?
very
They changed
next
that
season.
rule.
It was
the
a
season
catch.
that happened, it wasn't a catch.
You know what though? I felt bad. I felt bad when the Stars won the Stanley Cup because Brett Hull clearly kicked the puck over, and like that, it was legal the next year.
Yeah.
They made it legal, but when it happened, I was like, uh-oh.
Man,
But I was like, I hope this doesn't come back to haunt the Dallas team. And sure enough, it
So funny.
Man, talking about bad sports memories, I don't know if I ever told you, Jerry, but when the Spurs and the Heat met that first year,
yes.
I was out with some friends watching the game.
Was
at
that the Ray
sports
Allen
bar.
shit?
It was the Ray Allen. It was the
Yeah.
Ray Allen thing, and so as that game's winding down, they're roping off the sidelines, and
Everyone's ready.
In that bar, people were beer was flying everywhere. People were jumping up and
Wait,
down.
was this game
screaming.
7? I forgot. Was this a game 7?
No, this was game 6.
So had you all won, then you go to game 7.
No. We would have won the title.
Oh, that's right. So okay, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
they were that was it, and people were throwing beer, screaming, yelling, and I was standing there. I wasn't partaking in it because I'm like, this game is not over.
It's not
yet.
over yet.
And then sure enough, Kawhi misses a free throw, and then Ray Allen hits that shot, and just the air, I've never been in a room where the air has just left.
dead. Just
and
dead.
everyone's covered in beer, just sitting there, super sad, watching.
Was that the
whole
Heat?
thing
That was the Heat,
collapse.
right?
Yeah.
And so the Heat took it to game 7
Yeah,
and won
but they
game
should have.
7, right?
I remember the Spurs should have won that.
Should have won that
6.
game.
Yeah, if they
Yeah.
would have won the game, it would have been fine. But then as
Right.
soon as the Heat won that game, the series was over.
They
there's
had
no
all the
way.
momentum and
All the momentum. Yeah.
Fuck,
That sucked.
that's rough.
And then the Fisher .4 shot was fucking rough.
I was watching that here in L.A. I was here in L.A. because that was 2004, right?
Yeah.
I was visiting a buddy. I was staying here for a couple of weeks, and I was watching that game, and I was like, that's bullshit. I remember going, that's fucking bullshit. I was like, no, that's bullshit. Like he held the ball for what it felt like 8 seconds. Oh no,
Everybody went.
Oh,
over.
everyone went down. He held the ball for what seemed like 8 fucking seconds, and then shoots it. And they're like, all right, well, what a buzzer beater. That was fucking bonkers. Yeah, that was a rough
that
one.
was not. I didn't talk to anyone for about half an hour after that. I just was silent.
I'm with
It
you.
Sucked.
Oh. Is a skull made? Did the skull make it?
That's why.
Oh, good.
I
Thank
stepped
you.
out of frame to pick the skull
you're
up.
Very
I didn't
nice.
want the
I
cat to
wanted
eat
my
the
cat.
skull.
Thank you, buddy. Well, let's sing. Let's Hall of Fame hat this shit.
Do it, dude.
Speaking of you saying that was
What
back when you
hat
worked the
would they
improv, and then Sean, that's hilarious.
Called me.
I'm gonna see what he's up to. Man, this was a tough one. The Hall of Fame hat.
Yeah.
Evil Twins. Let's see what you had. You, the listener, Joe Capone. Hat Game, Evil Twin. Clearly the only acceptable answer is the Underfaker, a.k.a. Brian Lee, the antagonist, one of the most hyped matches of 1994, WWF Undertaker versus Undertaker at SummerSlam. That was his cousin, right?
Yeah, I think
Was his cousin in real life,
Yeah.
I think? Yep. Pat Carruthers, as you like to call him.
PC.
He says, hey, Ramblers, congrats on 250. Hopefully this Sunday morning submission is in time. You got it. His Hall of Fame for Evil Twin, the little ashes from Army of Darkness. Funny
Oh, nice.
and
That's funny.
evil. Dustin Jacobs, Wario, does that count? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Grady W. Smithy III, the Hatful Evil Twins has to be Mirror Universe Spock because you look cool as hell with that beard. Graham and Faye, greetings from the Great White North, fellow Ramblers. If you're reading this email, that's another 2 weeks down, and 2020 hasn't finished us off yet. That's right.
Yet.
There it is, the Cobra Kai. That's hilarious. Reaches into my pocket, pulls out another quarter, hashtag best of the best. Evil Twin, Brent Spiner walks up to the Ramble Hall of Fame podium wearing a red baseball cap with Trust Data, not Lauren White. Star Trek The Next Generation. Data versus Lore.
Ooh.
Data engineered a super weapon to wipe out all Borg, had sexual relations with a subordinate, enabled Wesley Crusher, committed fratricide. Lore assisted injured Borg, no evidence of sexual impropriety, tried to stop Wesley. Last words, I love you, brother.
Whoa.
The Sons of Song are the Cain and Abel of the Roddenberry verse. How about that?
Wow.
Look at that. Colin Mag says, hey guys, hope you all are doing well. And Jerry and Andre had fantastic birthdays. We did, thank you. Rap's not really in my musical wheelhouse, so only Hall of Fame and top 5 for me this week. Also, I heard a rumor Jesse the Body's in the running to star of the remake of My Left Foot, but instead of having cerebral palsy and only being able to control his left foot is going to be extra muscular, so the story's about his struggle to find shoes. Brilliant. Hall of Fame. Couldn't think of many evil twins, and this one stuck in my mind was Danny DeVito in Twins because it was so bad, and the film was an evil curse on the world. My choice for Hall of Fame is Evil Superman and Superman 3. Terrible movie, but that part is excellent and deserves a better movie to go with it.
Yes.
Brian Withers, who is not dead. More
No,
Mr. T and
still
Jesse the
around.
Body Ventura reboots, please. Like maybe Aliens with Mr. T as Hudson and the Body as Newt. They mostly come out at night, mostly. But they're very scared of me when they see me.
Let's go to me too.
Also, I finally got time to watch the Unspecial.
Ah.
Rope loads of laughs. Thanks, Eddie. Go take a victory lap because you knocked it out of the park on that.
Thanks,
one.
Brian.
How
I'm
about
sorry I
that?
thought you died.
And nothing on the hat. Have a nice day. Joe Santos, if I'm going to go evil, I'm going to go Van Damme Evil Replicant. Ooh.
Good one.
Gary Priest, hey, Jerry, Eddie, and Cody. Hope also with you guys. Huge congrats to Eddie and his Unspecial release.
Thanks, man.
Here's the list. Evil Twin, George Stark from the Dark Half by Dead King. I forgot all about that one. Brand new entrant, Michael Werman.
Michael Werman.
What up, Werman? Great
Bud,
show,
thanks
guys.
for,
What up, Mike?
Joining in.
On one note on hockey, Jerry was right. His own Minnesota North Stars finished 12 games under 591, then went to the Cup final, losing to Lemieux and the Penguins in 6. You missed Fergie, listed in the credits in that Mr. T epic for FYI. So Fergie, did you know that, Cody?
No, I
Young
didn't see
Fergie
that.
was one of the kids in
Fergie
that.
was in there?
And you know who the girl, what does the world have to
Yeah.
be? That was Martika. Step by step, heart to
Really?
heart. And apparently Mario Lopez is in there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mr. T made a
Look
lot
at
of stars.
Look at that.
He's a
come
star
on.
factory.
He really is. Evil Twin, Tomax and Zaymot. Both
That's
evil
mine.
twins.
That's my Hall of Fame.
Oh, shit.
Tomax and Zaymont was my Hall of Fame.
Colin Maggs. Hey, Jerry, Eddie, and Cody. Loved your ramble on the Mr. T video, Be Somebody. And I like you decided to have a look at the cast. And not quite sure it is. Mr. T, Bob Ramble, the only stars. Mario Lopez from Save the Bell was in it. Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas. Martika from the fashion show was the singer of Toy Soldiers. And Shanice, the singer of I Love Your Smile. Thought you guys like to know some careers. We're not torpedoed by it.
In fact,
Take care,
the
Colin Mack.
opposite.
The opposite.
That
Man.
launched careers.
Launched. My Evil Twin was close to I forgot who it was. The listener who had the evil Ash, Pat Carruthers.
Ah.
I didn't have the little ones. I had the villain Ash. You're good, Ash. I'm bad. You're little goody two shoes, Ash. Little goody two shoes. That was my pick for Evil Twin. Honorable mention though, I had to give it to Garth Knight, Michael Knight's Evil Twin, who had the mustache.
Oh, that was
and,
good.
And Knight Rider, and the Mirror Spock as well. Ramble 251. This is really not to see who's going to win. Get the content, nail what our picks are.
Yeah.
This is more to get to know the Rambler and us. Guilty pleasure song.
Ooh.
What guilty pleasure
What do you
song would
listen
go into
to?
the Hall of Fame hat? Of your you go into the this is my guilty pleasure song. What hat is on that hall? What hat goes into the hall? What song's on that hat?
I like
Right, it's a
that.
good
I
one,
like
right?
it. Yeah.
So there we go. I'm excited for that for 251.
Ooh, 250.
Get that going.
251.
Boom. Let's see this now. What's happening here? Let's move on.
We're doing open close. The OCE.
What?
Oh, fuck. I guess I don't get to go.
Oh, my
snap.
God.
Oh.
A horrible overlooking.
Oversight.
And the cats
What
aren't
an
even here.
oversight.
Cody, I'm so sorry. You're evil
Constant
twin.
disrespect.
Such an
I know.
oversight
Look,
by the evil commission.
I don't. I
Right.
shouldn't have spoken up because my answer's not great.
Who is it?
I was having trouble thinking of it, but I went with Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
He is technically the twin of Austin Powers.
He is a twin of Austin Powers. That's a
And he
great
is
evil
evil.
twin. That's a
And he
great
is
evil
evil.
twin. Garth Knight was a good one.
You also go Mini-Me. He's a
Mini-Me
clone.
kind
but
of
would
a
that be
clone. But yeah, that Dr. Evil's a great one, man. And I'm sorry I cock blocked you,
twin?
Cody.
You did.
What
It's fine. It's just another,
Seemed intentional.
in a series of
intentional.
disrespects.
It really was.
Seemed intentional.
Open, close, and an encore.
Oh,
Oh.
nothing disrespectful about that harmonica. Nothing.
Pay all the respects to it.
Damn, that was smoking.
This thing fell again.
Oh shit! I'll get it. Don't worry. There we are. Boom, and it's back like nothing
It's
happened.
back.
See?
No one even saw it.
See how we roll with those punches?
And if we not mentioned it, no one would have known.
Roll with it, baby. That's what we do here on the Ramble. Open, close, encore, NWA. Joe Capone says 100 miles and running. They close with Express Yourself. They encore with Fuck the Police.
Fuck the police. Yeah.
PC says Straight Outta Compton, Express Yourself,
PC.
Fuck the Police. Dustin Jacobs, Straight Outta Compton, Fuck the Police. They encore with the live viewing of the Eddie Pence Unspecial, which is available everywhere now. Grady W. Smith III, I only know NWA for Fuck the Police, so that's the thing I'll have them open, close, and also encore with.
Nice.
Graham and Faye, this has proven harder for me than I thought, so in the spirit of this week's challenge, they open with Fuck, close with The Evil, encore with Commish. I'm instead just going to play the entire, that was for Cody.
Wow.
I'm going to play the entire album Straight Outta Compton, start to finish. Hashtag Viafania Emancipation. There you go, Cody.
Thank you.
There it is. Wow, that sure took me back to high school, watching in confusement the LA riots on my TV in a little rural town in northern Canada. It sure is a good thing that everything's changed since those crazy
Right?
times in the
Is
USA,
that if
right?
anything's better, it's nowadays.
Dripping with sarcasm. Thank you, Graham and Faye. Greatness. Brian Withers, they open a Straight Outta Compton. They close with 100 miles of running. They encore with Fuck the Police. Joe Santos says they open with Express Yourself. They close a Straight Outta Compton. They encore with Fuck the Police.
A lot of
Gary
that seems
Priest.
to be very familiar.
Or
GP.
GP says they
Yeah,
open with Appetite for Destruction, close Fuck the Police, encore Straight Outta Compton.
Newcomer.
Michael Worm?
Newcomer Michael Worm.
Newcomer Michael Worm.
Does he keep that nickname, Newcomer?
Newcomer Michael Worm. And even if he emails every episode from here on out.
He's always Newcomer.
A
Michael
newcomer.
Worm?
They open a Straight Outta Compton. They close with Find 'em, Fuck 'em, and Flee 'em, and they encore with 100 miles and running.
Good stuff.
Cody, we're going to start with you so we don't fuck you this time.
Yeah, let's not fuck Cody.
I actually don't have one here.
Oh, wow. All right, then.
Yeah.
Ramble
It's,
Corporate, you paying attention?
Wow, where are the cats?
Man.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I didn't want to disrespect by just doing the three that I knew.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. I had him open a Straight Outta Compton.
Me
Then
too.
Express
Me
Yourself.
too.
Then Fuck the Police.
That's straight out Compton.
I had to go the Ice Cube era, the one
Yeah.
album with Ice Cube.
I go 100 miles and running
Okay.
with the close, and then fuck the police.
There we
encore.
go.
Yeah, yeah.
Ramble 251, John Mellencamp. We could do
John
that.
Cougar Mellencamp
The
or John
Cougs.
Mellencamp?
The Cougs.
Does it
Either
have to
way.
be from the John Mellencamp era?
It could be whichever.
can it be John
It could be
Cougar
John
Mellencamp?
Cougar, John Cougar Mellencamp,
Okay.
or just John Mellencamp.
Just making sure.
Any of those work. So it's wide open.
Any of the
Any
incarnations
Any incarnation
of John Cougar Mellencamp.
the Cougs. Would
The
you call them the
Cougs.
Cougs?
I would.
Is that
That
the Cougs?
simplifies it.
That's it.
The
Makes it
Cougs.
easier for me to call them the Cougs.
The Cougs.
I can't get over these figures.
They're
I don't even want to
beauties.
do another. I just want to just talk about them for the whole.
Should we
ramble
just put up a podcast where we just look at them
and just say nothing and,
and just
stare?
moan? Just
Oh,
God.
oh, like Mr. T when the kids. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh.
Want some more relish?
Oh, fuck. Now that I know they're all in it, if I see Martika, if I ever meet Fergie or Mario Lopez,
That's the first
all-
thing you bring up.
No question.
You don't bring up any other accomplishment
Nothing
they've
else.
ever had. No.
Bobby Brown. I don't give a fuck about his solo career and Whitney. I want to
Nope.
know about
Be somebody or be somebody's fool.
What was it like on that set that day? That's all
Yeah.
I want to know.
Did you guys know what you were doing?
Did you know what you were
Did
getting
anyone
into?
have a clue what was happening?
That's fun.
Was there any direction at all? Was there a script?
Was there a script? That
When
he
you guys
just
tried to
winged it?
force that little child to smoke and drink beers, and Mr. T wouldn't jump in,
He didn't help. He just sitting there watching.
but he's completely fine with him doing drugs.
Yes, no problem. No problem. But he'll step in if someone makes a mom joke.
Oh, you make a mom
Hey,
joke.
hey, all right. No, you don't make.
I know. That's all right, little kid. You can call her fat, but don't talk about her mama.
Say she fat and ugly, but don't say nothing about her mama.
Don't say nothing about her mama. You can call her fat.
Fucking brilliant. God damn. When we look, we thank you all who tuned in for that and everybody who gave us the positive feedback on it. We got to do more like this.
Yeah, it was fun.
We got to find more train wrecks that are on YouTube that
they're
we
out
can
there.
watch without
They're out
having
there.
to worry. I would love to do Dragon Fight, the Michael Zadar movie. I would love to watch that one. I
Has
think
Jesse
that's
Ventura made a video of any sort?
man. How great
man.
would that be?
That would be great.
Don't be a scum loser. By Jesse the Body. Learn to be the body. No, you know what? None of
You
these
can't
kids
be
have
the
what it-
body.
He would after none of these children have what it takes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You're
But
all
we're-
gone.
You're all gone, and we're gonna have
There's
to
no
start.
point in trying
We're
to make a
starting
video.
anew. None of these children have what it takes to even come close to what the body's accomplished. I was the only one who sued Vince and was able to keep the name, the rights to my. Okay, all right,
Got it, bud.
We
Wife
get it.
swapper.
Wife swapper. You gotta see that video, Cody. He gets so mad.
Wife swapper.
One time I paid a guy to jizz on her tits. One time. And here's Hogan telling these stories.
But I didn't take his wife.
I didn't take
Where
it.
was the swap?
I just watched.
Wife watcher.
I was simply a spectator.
A wife watcher. I'll go with that.
Okay, though. Him and Gorilla Monsoon. Greatest announcing team of all time.
I think that's my favorite.
If you could have
It's my favorite.
call a Super Bowl, call it NBA Finals.
It was my favorite.
Well, me too.
I have
think
them above Madden Summerall.
yes, same here. Buck Aikman doesn't even come close to those guys.
Yeah.
Even Ross and Lawler. I hate to say it.
Oh,
Ross and Lawler.
I love
don't
Ross
come
and
close.
Lawler. JR is the best ever.
Yes, but a team.
But team-wise,
No way.
Jesse the Body and Gorilla Monsoon.
Did you, on that same thing, Jesse the Body talks about how Ross laid out on him when they were in WCW. He didn't sell me. He never sold me. And I think he was intimidated that I was making more money than him. And he, Ross, it could have been a thing, but every line I had, he wouldn't sell. And then the guy's like, well, Ross admitted last year that he regretted that because he did admit that he was mad that you were making. I figured, you know what? I'm surprised he said that. And that's great of him to admit that. It's great of Jim Ross to admit
he's grown.
that he's grown as a person to admit
He'll
that
never be as great as I am.
No.
But he's getting there.
He's getting there. Oh, I would listen to Monsoon and Ventura call a Super Bowl
Oh yeah.
in a second, right?
They could call a snuff film.
Right. Look, I think he's gonna kill her now. Gorilla. I think he's done fucking. You can see it in his face.
It's
Gorilla.
time. It's time
He's
for the
done.
kill shot.
Yeah, clearly this guy's had enough fucking. He's gonna go ahead and kill her. I believe any second now we're gonna see this young child. Will you stop?
Will you stop? It's pandemonium in here. Will you stop? He's not gonna stop. Is what I'm saying.
He did. She will. I'm telling you.
Will
I'm calling
you?
it right now. Within the next 45 seconds, she's gonna be dead. Fuck. I don't know. You're right. I could watch that too. I could watch them call this.
Will you stop it?
Jesse and Gorilla Monsoon. Because Gorilla Monsoon, I think, is such a old school. Just if it's my job, I'm gonna go do it. Like he just like, all right.
You put it in front of me, I'll call.
All
it.
right, fine. if that's what Vince says, I have to call.
I gotta call a snuff film. That's fine.
Jesse's just openly rooting for the murderer. The heel announcer.
I wish they'd get to the kill shot.
I can't wait to see how she's gonna get it, Gorilla.
I hope it's something different than the last three.
Yeah, I would though. Give me them over anybody. A World
yeah.
Series? How great would that be?
Oh, infinitely better than Joe Buck.
Way better. The guy's so much better than Joe Buck. Why did they quit having Costas do it? He was great in the World Series.
I don't know.
I don't know why they stopped. Maybe he retired. Maybe he's like, no, I'm done with this shit. I don't know.
I don't know.
Cody, your favorite announcers ever?
Um,
Any sport, anything.
my favorite of all time is Razor and Ralph.
Razor and Ralph is hard to top. They're the
Yeah.
local Dallas Stars guys.
Oh, right.
They're fucking
But they
great.
were national quality, like
Yes.
broadcast quality.
Tremendous.
So good.
Right. Well, they also helped because when the Stars first showed up, nobody knew a fucking thing about hockey.
Right.
Right. And they were just like, oh, okay. All right, I get it. But I mean, that's one thing Aikman still does. Like, Aikman, I still learn shit about, you know what I mean? Like,
It's like Aikman and Romo are probably the best two color
they're
guys
great.
to explain the sport of football.
Aikman was so pissed at Brady's first interception today. It was
Was he?
hilarious. He was like, well, you can't. it's not up to the receiver to decide if they're going to get the ball thrown to him or not. They've got to finish their route. Like, he was so mad because Brady's first pick was
He was mad at the receiver, not Brady.
Yeah, he was mad because you see the receiver clearly starts the route
and stops,
and then just kind of stops and looks, and the ball sails over his head. And Aikman's like, it's not up to the receiver to tell you. We have to know when they're going to get the ball or not. I mean, it's true. He's not wrong.
That's true.
He's not wrong. It's not the receiver's call to make. But, yeah, Razor.
Like last year, you would probably think Jameis Winston wouldn't have thrown that ball. That's why they're probably like, well,
they're right. There's like, this guy's,
not gonna
shit. Oh, wait, this guy actually might know what he's doing a little bit. What was the final?
I'm the fourth read in this progression. There's no way Jameis gets to this read.
There's no way he
But Brady's come back twice to this progression.
Right. Oh, man.
They had 40 put up on them.
Damn.
With the Bucks.
Was that the final?
40 to 21, I think is the final.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Yikes.
Ouchie.
Yikes, man. That's Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, 34 to 23. I thought they had put up 40.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's still within striking distance.
Well, that's the problem with not having me out there.
Would you stop?
See, that would be great, Ventura. See, if he was in heel catch, I would have made that catch. You know, that would have been fucking hilarious.
I would have thrown it and then caught it myself.
I would have just launched it as far in the air as I could, sprinted toward the end zone, and beat everyone in a game of up for grabs. He would do that.
Would you stop?
Will you stop? Oh, fuck. I want to see that so bad. God damn it. Oh, man. Well, let's, reading and gaming.
Oh, reading in games.
Look at that. And we're doing a lot of that. I've been
reading books,
and the
playing
listeners
video
have.
games,
Cody, you been
books,
reading or
over
doing
here,
it? Can you
reading
jump
books
into
and
this one?
playing games.
Yeah, I've been playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2
shit.
for PS4, the remastered versions. And
How is
pretty
that?
great.
Is it
It's great.
like you remembered?
Yeah, I mean it is like I remembered in like it's got the original soundtrack.
Oh, that's great.
So you know those games were really known for having a great soundtrack.
Did they have, or was it all just cut my life into pieces? That's all I imagine. And I know that's not fair. That's
There's a
just
lot
me.
of there's a lot of ska on there.
Oh,
there's a
all
lot
right.
of hip hop. There's a lot of
Good.
punk music and stuff like that.
So it's not cut my life into pieces. It's not that
there is
shit.
a Papa Roach song on there.
Oh
but,
God. Oh Jesus.
But there's also there's Primus. Primus
Oh
is
yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
Jerry Was a Race Car Driver is the song on
Tremendous.
there. There's a Tribe Called Quest song, I think, on there.
Do they have modern skaters for this one, or is it all the legends of back then? Is it all the popular guys from back then?
It's the guys from the game, and then modern. There's a handful of modern skaters.
That's
too.
cool. All right. Wow.
Yeah, and then and it's just totally remastered version of all the same levels. Like the games are the same, and it's just It's
so
super
who's
fun.
number one now? Who's the Mahomes of skateboarding right now? Do you know? Is there even a guy? I wonder. I've
No
stopped
idea.
paying attention to that shit so long ago.
My brother
Boxing.
knows,
Like,
but I
who's the
don't
greatest boxer in the world right now? I don't
Right now, it's probably Terrence Crawford. I might be able to call
That's
that.
not a
one.
household name.
No, it's not. Pound for
Canelo's
pound.
pretty up there.
Pound for pound. Who's that?
Canelo.
Canelo's good when he's out there, when he fucking fights, But Bud Crawford's fucking awesome. But I mean, yeah, he's pound for pound guy, like heavyweight. Jesus, they're all so flawed.
Yeah, don't
like
even-
all the heavyweights have so many flaws to their
Yeah.
game that it's hard to have. Oh, that guy would. You know what I mean? Like Deontay Wilder's awesome, but he really is just that one punch, and when he hits you, you're dead.
Yeah.
But if you can get him to not hit, if you can avoid that punch, you can beat him. Right, and it's Anthony Joshua. I don't think is a be all end all. Even what's his face, the Gypsy King. He's got some flaws too. I don't know. Boxing isn't a weird.
Boxing is such a strange sport because it feels like when it's right, it's great.
Yeah.
But it's never right.
It's never
like
right.
Either,
Hasn't been right
it's
in a
either
while.
crooked or
Right.
it's
Yep. Absolutely.
boring.
Yes.
Like and they don't have good personalities in it anymore. Like
Yeah. It's very true.
It sucks.
It's weird. Grady W. Smith the search says I'm reading. Do you want to try to print? You want to have a go with this?
Lee Sistrata?
I think that's right. Lisa Strada, because I
Strada?
got cast in an online production of it that will stream in October. It's one of
Nice.
the greatest
Congratulations.
Greek comedies. Yeah, congrats, Grady, about women deciding to end war by refusing to have sex with their husbands till they stop fighting. It's hilarious and goddamn filthy. I've always wanted to be in a show. I always wanted to be in it, so now I can cross off another item off my bucket list.
Congratulations.
Grady, you got to send us a link so we can share it. Put it
Yeah.
on the Rambler fan page on Facebook so they can all go watch you in October. That we can all go see it. That'd be great. Graham and Faye, it pretty much sums up the last 2 weeks of game time. Our daughter has moved back home with us, and we're now rediscovering parenting with our 2-year-old twin grandsons. They are a joy, and oh my God, how do they move so quickly?
Wow.
Stupid adulting Graham and Faye. Gaming as an adult. Finally get some playtime. Spend ages waiting for an update. Spend ages trying to remember what the hell you're doing last save game. Save and quit because you have real-world obligations. That really is adult gaming. All I know is I better get that NES/SNES minis modded so I can rediscover gaming with grandkids.
Wow,
See,
you guys
that's
got your
the fun
hands
part.
full with twins running around.
Jesus, that's awesome, though. In a way, that's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Brian Withers, not playing any games right now, but I just got my reprint copy of Slain the Horned God from 2000 AD. Slain is cool. Also waiting for my copy of Nemesis the Warlock to show up. Don't know anything other than it's also from 2000 AD. But what the hell? It's got a pretty cool name. There you go. Well, thank you all for your thing. Cody's playing some Tony Hawk. You reading anything?
No, but I did get on my Kindle something recently. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Oh, shit.
I think the new Charlie Kaufman book is the last thing I got, but I haven't started it yet.
I finished The Long Goodbye. That's a good Raymond Chandler, the detective, Gumshoe, 50s LA.
Yeah.
Good shit. Just started Turn of the Screw, the classic horror, because that's the next season of Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
Okay.
They're going to adapt Turn of the Screw. I think it's The Haunting of Bly House or something like that.
Okay.
Isn't that what it's called, Cody?
The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Bly Manor, yeah. So it's based on Turn of the Screw, so I'm going to read that because I'm sure Andrea loves horror stuff. I do too. We'll probably watch that show.
Nice.
But you don't like that. You didn't like
I was
Hill House.
underwhelmed like a motherfucker by Hill
It's
House.
so good, man. It's so good.
All the subtle shit is awesome. The subtle scares are fucking, it's Shining level good with how subtle the ghosts are in the background and shit. It's like, oh, God, unnerving, creepy. Cody, the only thing I didn't like about the show was everyone having a monologue. That was the only thing I didn't like. And there was, there was a scene.
You're gonna shit talk this one episode that is fucking brilliant.
There's a scene, there's a scene in it, and Andre and I just started laughing. They see a ghost, and I'm like, is a ghost going to have a fucking mind? And sure enough, the ghost was like, I was 17 when I had my baby. Like, you're a ghost! Stop! You don't need a monologue. You're a fucking ghost. Just scare people. Got the fuck in my wife. I was like, okay, all right, this guy's in love with writing shit down. I felt like Barry White on that audition. His asshole got words you don't even need. That's my only problem was they gave everyone when the ghost has a monologue.
Yeah.
Enough. This is an episode too long. Just enough with the ghost talking.
It's a great show.
It was all the horror shit was good. It just killed me. The ghost talking was like, oh my God, enough. Does everyone have to have?
He's got to tell his side of the story.
I guess, but if she has that much to just sit there and tell a fucking story, and I don't know. That got me hopping mad. Cody, I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into the fucking ghost lady having.
I mean, for me, that's what made it good. Is that it's a horror story, but it's like a family drama at the core.
It is
all of it.
Absolutely, it is. I will give you that. I mean, and maybe 8 is enough would have been better if there were like ghosts in it. In every episode of 8 is enough.
The Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch just has like. Jan hangs herself.
I was 12 when he hit me with a football in the nose.
That one episode that's entirely at the funeral, though, is so good, and I think that's the one you're talking about.
That is, and everything else was great in that. Dude, that was fucking creepy as shit, the funeral episode. That was a great fucking horror episode, was that funeral one of Haunting a Hill House. But the monologues got to be too much.
Yeah.
That was my only issue. That was what got me out on that show. But the guy's good. His fucking Dr. Sleep was kick-ass. That was good
Gerald's
shit.
Game's good.
Gerald's Game was fucking good.
I started reading the Immortal Hulk.
Isn't that great?
First 2 episodes, like the first episode in the gas station, you're like, what is happening here?
Here's what's awesome about that Immortal Hulk comic is at first I'm like, well, we've seen the Hulk in another planet as a gladiator.
Yes.
Why are we doing this Bill Bixby shit all of a sudden?
Yeah.
But it's awesome. And then you realize that this whole thing is just a tribute to every iteration of the Hulk.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna love it. It's gonna get fucking bonkers, man. It's so good. I'm also playing Valfaris, which is like this heavy metal game. Cody, you should get that. It's called Valfaris. It's on the PS4. I'm playing it on the Switch. Yeah, it's like just a old school 16-bit looking platformer, but it's just heavy metal as fuck. It's gory as shit. It's wild. It's like every time you get a new weapon upgrade, the main character starts headbanging.
Nice.
You know, it's fucking awesome. It's really fun. Oh fuck, Pyro just had a big fall, but we got
Come on,
it.
Pyro, get to your shit together.
Valfaris and of course Avengers, the new Avengers.
I got Avengers. I haven't started playing it yet, but
It's
I got
fun. It's really the shit with Miss Marvel is fun as shit.
Yeah.
Her power just elongated
I,
type shit.
I fought with her in the beta version. And
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So I haven't played the actual version yet.
Can I tell you one mini spoiler in the first hour of the game that I thought was like, wait, what? So she's on the run from bad guys. These drones that find her.
Yeah.
And it's a wave after wave of robot drones that are coming to attack her. And after she beats them all, she just walks out of the building and into a bus and escapes. And I'm like,
Can you done that before?
wait, how did the drones not follow this? Like, that was just a little bit like, what the fuck? But it's still really fun. And, of course, same old usual suspects. Ghost of Tsushima, Animal Crossing, Paper Mario, Predator, Hunting Grounds, all that good shit. Cody, you playing anything else besides Tony Hawk, or is that taken over?
That's pretty much taken over for now. I'm waiting for myself to catch up here, and I'm not putting myself on full screen yet because I'm behind.
You're doing the Peter Gabriel sledgehammer again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it went.
Sledgehammer.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is.
Why
You're back.
don't you call my name? All right. Well, there we go.
Sledgehammer.
Look at that. We'll do shout-outs because Cody and I are really anxious to see these Cowboys get started. So we'll save shout-outs for the next one. We're doing it once a month anyway. It's not too bad, right? And let's do it. This is it. This is it. The top 5.
It's the time of the show
Where
where
we
we
rank
rank the top
5. Nobody noticed, right?
No.
Cody, you couldn't hear that. Oh, you couldn't
I
hear them
forgot
anyway.
it used to be top 10.
Right? Who could know? Yeah. And this was tough. This is a tough one. Top 5 time travel.
Can I just say
movies.
that I did something a little different on this, and I just include any kind of time manipulation.
That's
So-
okay.
So like time loop movies.
Sure.
Or,
That's fine. That's
So-
I mean, one of my favorite fucking with time in a loop is the
Yeah.
ending of Doctor Strange.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That was very clever. I like that. Joe Capone, dishonorable mention to Highlander 2: The Quickening. He goes X-Men Days of Future Past, Army of Darkness, 12 Monkeys, Back to the Future, and number 1, to Cody's point, Groundhog Day. Time looping. Then he says football is back. Bay, fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Washington football
come
team.
on.
Fuck Philly. Go Giants.
Boo.
Eddie,
Good
love
luck.
the unspecial. Good luck, says Cody. Eddie, love the unspecial. Someone who hates those glorified rats. The Chihuahua bit has had me snickering all week. Congrats on holding on the top spot on iTunes comedy, even if only for a little while.
Thanks,
Fuck
buddy.
yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care, guys. Congratulations on 250 episodes of Ramble Prime. As my pop always says, life sucks. Be in it. And the many escapes you guys provide for a few hours a week help make it a little more tolerable. Hey, thank you, pal. Anytime, Joe. We're here for you. Patrick Crothers, or...
PC.
There you go. Yeah, he goes Terminator, Primer, Back to the Future, Looper, Groundhog Day, number
Nice.
1. That's 2 Groundhog Day number 1s.
Wow.
Look at that. Stay safe, Ramblers. Patrick Crothers. Dustin Jacobs, Beastmaster 2 Through the Portal of Time, Ninja Turtles 3, literally every Christopher Nolan movie. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, his number 1, Back to the Future for Dustin Jacobs. Grady W. Smithy III, top 5 time travel movies. Rather than include an honorable mention, I'll just say that if you miss seeing any of these, you really should watch them. Time After Time, number 5. David Warner is Jack the Ripper. Malcolm McDowell is H.G. Wells. And then Jack. And when Jack uses Wells' time machine to flee San Francisco in 1979, Wells has to go after him to bring him to justice. I've never seen this film.
I haven't seen
This
it.
sounds awesome. Groundhog Day, because being trapped in a time loop is time travel no matter who says otherwise. Number 3, Time Bandits, the other time travel movie where David Warner is the villain, this time Satan himself. Number 2, James versus his future self. Daniel Stern plays the inventor of time travel who goes back from his future to our present to try to stop his younger self from inventing it because he sacrificed everything to his obsessive chase after the scientific breakthrough, and he wants to make the younger him have a better and more fulfilling life than he did. And number 1, the Bill and Ted trilogy. I try not to give any franchise more than 1 spot in my list, especially now that it's 5 instead of 10, so I'm going to slightly rogue and putting all 3 of the Bill and Ted movies in as 1 entry. Watching Bill and Ted Face the Music brought me some of the few moments of pure joy I've had since Plague Times began, and the core message of be excellent to each other resonates so much more now than it did when it was first uttered in Excellent Venture. Be excellent to each other, fellow Ramblers and James. Graham and Faye, good list, Grady W. Smithy III. Top 5 time travel movies. Honorable mention, Philadelphia Experiment, Somewhere in Time, The Butterfly Effect, Predestination, FAQ about time travel, Terminator 1 and 2, etc., etc. Flex capacitor flexing, here we go. Runner-up, Primer. Quite likely the most unwatched and underrated movie on time travel. What do you get when a small group of engineer buddies accidentally create a time machine in their garage? I've never seen
I've
this
never
one.
seen that.
No. Cody, I think you told me about this one, right?
I'm aware of Primer because the director of it made a really good movie called Upstream Color.
Okay.
But that director is a fucking asshole.
Ooh.
If you ever want to read into him.
Wow, I
So-
will.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
Okay.
good.
But I
then
haven't seen Primer.
Number 5, another Time After Time entry. Time machine chase through time with H.G. Wells versus Jack the Ripper. Looper. This job doesn't tend to attract the most forward-thinking people. Number 3, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. After landing and cloaking a Klingon bird of prey in the Golden Gate Park, Kirk, everybody remember where we parked. Number 2, Back to the Future. I am Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan. Eddie Van Halen, Wayland, the Back to the Future trilogy. Fun fact, much like the Stormtrooper in Star Wars, is Stormtroopers bashing his head on the Death Star docking bay observation room door, or Bishop's Land Henderson body completely visible at the end of Aliens when he reaches to grab Newt from the open airlock. Some things cannot be unseen. Back to the Future Part 3, at the end of the film, the DeLorean is destroyed. Doc Brown is returned via the steampunk time train with Clara, Jules, and Vern, while Doc introduces his family to Marty, the youngest. Vern, I think, is repeatedly gesturing and pointing to his junk. I did not know that. Wow, that's hilarious. And finally, the granddaddy of all time travel movies, A Time Machine from 1960. There are really 4 dimensions, 3 which we call 3 planes of space, and the 4th time, H.G. Wells' A Time Machine. Although the remake from 2002 with Guy Pearce, Stan Wintz is one of my favorites as well, there's just something timeless about the original from 1960. Classic movie poster. Then he shows us some Mondos for Cody's sake. Oh, that classic one is great.
That's pretty.
The Mondos. That Mondo one, though, right there with the Morlocks,
Yeah.
that's fucking dope as fuck. Stay safe. Look out for one another, fellow Ramblers. Ramble off. Graham and Faye, Winnipeg.
Thanks, Graham and Faye.
Colin Maggs. Top 5 honorable mentions: A Time Machine, Time Cop, Star Trek 4, and Deadpool 2. Not really time travel movie. Already have one that's a bit of a stretch. Dishonorable mention: Richard Donner's Superman. Even as a child, that bullshit of him flying fast around the world to reverse its rotation and turn back time didn't sit with me. Number 5, the Bill and Ted film series. I'm like Jerry and Eddie. Saw them as a teenager when they came out. Loved them. And yes, they've not aged the best, but they still have moments that make me laugh. Plus, I love how Bogus Journey's plot is an evil future leader thinking what many people think when watching the first. Really, those morons are the savior of our humanity. Number 4, X-Men Days of Future Past. Yes, I know it has a multitude of plot holes, but show me a time travel movie that doesn't, but still stands as one of the best X-Men films out there. That's true. All time travel movies are like, wait a minute.
Because we don't know how time travel works. So
Right.
It's like, how do you
kind of making it up.
properly? It's
Terminator 1 and 2. This one's the one that's a stretch. It's all set in one time, but if the Terminators didn't go back in time, there's no movie. Number 2, Back to the Future series, just great fun. And number 1, Avengers Endgame. It was a close call between this and Back to the Future. For me, it just edges it out. With all the fantastic moments in it, from comedy to tragedy to triumph, it still gets me after multiple viewings. A brilliant film to tie up 10 years of stories to start the future. Stay safe and well, everyone, for the man who, if he could time travel, will go 200 years into the future, get the sports almanac just so I can come back and tell Jerry and Eddie how many championships the Dallas and Washington teams didn't win.
damn.
Colin Max. Wow.
Damn. What a
Brian Withers, top
party
5.
shot.
That hurt. 12 Monkeys, Edge of Tomorrow, Endgame, Doctor Strange, Primer.
Edge of Tomorrow. I forgot about that. That's a great
That's a good one.
I like that
Later, Ramblers. Hope you're all keeping your chins up. Wash your hands and love you all. Brian, the Golden Rambler Withers. Joseph Santos, top time traveling movies. I bet Cody picked Premonition. Wow. There's a shot. Number 5, Interstellar. Number 4, Looper. Avengers Endgame, Back to the Future. Terma fucking Nader. Oh, Cody, I'm glad your mommy let you watch all the movies you want. She must be so proud. Is she proud that you're a poser? Jerry, congratulations on your 2 wins over the Golden Knights. I bet you Cody was a fan of theirs since 2017. And then just last year when they went to try to get the Lord Stanley Cup, I guess we'll just have to see what his Krakens do next season. And I know you're going to say, no, I'm a Stars fan. I really am. Pouting, but don't fret. You can flip-flop back and forth. Your contract is coming forth with Ramble Corp. And I've already submitted my injunction papers. Joseph Santos. Wow.
He cut a promo on you.
Cut a promo. Taking shots at that Kraken hat. That was... Gary,
Yeah, really obscure list, Joe.
Gary Priest, top time travel movies in any and every order because timey-wimey reasons. Time after time, I got to see this. It's made like 4 people's lists. H.G. Wells chases Jack the Ripper in 1970s San Francisco, a brilliant gem that doesn't get the love it should. Back to the Future, who doesn't like this movie? Well, maybe Eric Stoltz. Predestination, a brilliant central performance by Sarah Snook, a perfect mindfuck of a time travel movie. 12 Monkeys, maybe Bruce's finest moment, a great OTT performance by Brad Pitt, and a wonderfully complex and bonkers plot with a great ending. Doctor Who the movie, a brilliant performance with Paul McGann and amid some dodgy plot and scene chewing from Eric Roberts. Still a fun watch, at least it was something for fans to hold on to a Who-less 90s. Thanks for all the fun stuff, Gary. Michael Werman.
First timer.
Newcomer.
Michael Werman.
Back to the Future, Time
Newcomer,
Bandits,
Michael Werman.
Avengers Endgame, The Time Machine, Bogus Journey, honorable mention, Hot Tub Time Machine. The best.
From Newcomer.
Newcomer.
Michael
Mike
Werman.
Next, Ramble, top 5, 251. Movies that didn't need a sequel.
Oh.
Cody, I bet you'd have a field day with this.
Yeah, I could do
Movies that didn't need a sequel.
Okay.
Top 5.
Because they
Ramble.
were bad or just because the story was told in the first
Either
movie?
way.
Okay.
Either one is good. Like, I don't know.
Like The Matrix, to me, comes to mind.
Same. That's
away.
that's one. That's in my top 5. You know what else is going to be in my top 5? Caddyshack. There was no need for part 2. We did not need Jackie Mason to do
Well, you
this.
don't like it.
Do
don't like
you
what
count
Cody did.
something easy like Jaws?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You don't like
John,
Jaws?
you don't, this guy don't like Jaws.
He does like you. You don't want to get my shark? You don't want to get my shark.
Oh, man. He can carry this.
Maybe he should host Jizz Talk.
Well, we put it just in the mouth.
You want just the mouth?
And then
You want
kaput. You put the just in
I
the mouth
like
and
some just
kaput.
in my face.
And then kaput, no just in the mouth. Ramble, 251. Movies that didn't need a sequel. Email us ramble@theramblepod.com. What is your guilty pleasure song that's on your Hall of Fame hat? And what would John Cougar, the Cougs, Mellencamp
Cougs.
open, close, and encore with? My number 5, I had the Time Machine OG 1960.
Okay.
Cody, what was your number 5?
My number 5 is a recent one, Palm Springs.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I have some honorable mentions.
Okay, go.
Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And I have, what's my other one? Oh, Frequency.
Frequency. Yeah.
Frequency, I thought was a good film.
My number 4, Star Trek 4.
Okay. My number 4 is Days of Future Past.
Cody.
My number 4 is the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I like
yeah,
that.
That
That's
was a
good.
good one. That's a great call. I forgot, blanked out on that one being time traveling. My number 3, Time Bandits.
Okay. My number 3, Star Trek 4.
Cody?
My number 3 is slightly problematic.
Uh-oh.
But
Uh-oh.
it's a movie that I really, really like. But it's problematic because it's a Woody Allen movie.
Yes.
Midnight in Paris.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, look, we didn't know back then,
No,
Cody.
we didn't know.
No, we
didn't
did.
know.
We know now.
Well,
though.
we probably did.
We know
yeah.
now.
Wait, no, you're right. Midnight
know
in
now.
Paris, we knew.
Midnight in
forgot.
Paris is like
Did we know then?
2012.
Yeah,
like-
2012.
we
Yeah,
knew.
no,
We
we
knew.
knew. We knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to sub that out with Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause?
Yeah, I would.
What's the bits in there?
My number 2, Avengers Endgame.
My number 2 is. Are we number 2 or number 3? Number 2.
Number 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
Back to the Future is my number 2.
Cody?
X-Men: Days of Future Past.
That is, I don't know why I didn't put it on my list. I should have.
That's
That
a
was a
good
great one. My number 1, what else could I? It had to be Back to the Future for me. That had to be my number
Okay.
1. Yours?
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Cody?
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, tremendous. It's a time loop. It counts.
Yeah.
It counts.
Yeah.
It's a time loop. That's another great one. Well, there we go. What a ramble, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Please follow us and all our shit. You know where to find us by now. And please do it. Please keep subscribing to Ramble. Go to 5-star rating, a positive text review. Subscribe to all of our podcasts, our YouTube channels, all this, our Twitch. Everything we do, come and say hello. Next Ramble. Again, top 5 movies that did not need a sequel. Ramble at theramblepod.com. What is your guilty pleasure song that would go on the Hall of Fame hat? And what would John Coog, the
Cougs.
Cougar, Mellencamp open,
Close,
close, and
encore.
encore with? That's what I tell you, that Hired Gun movie, y'all gotta watch that. Cody, have you seen that one yet?
I don't think so.
The only problem is the guy from Five Finger Death Punch has a pretty big chunk in that. It's all about session musicians.
Yeah.
I told you the story,
Yeah, you
didn't
told
I?
me about it, yeah.
Cody, I tell you the story?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
remember this.
just good for the Kenny Aronoff story. It's so fun. And how Steely Dan went through like 80,000 guys to get a guitar solo for Peg, and one guy finally does it. It's a good flick for sure. But there we go. Tune in.
Nice.
You know all the other stuff. Tomorrow we're going to have a Good Willow Hunting.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Friday, another Ramble Radio. Fuck, we got so much for y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. Stay safe out there. All that good shit. Remember, it's the last beep, and then it's goodbye.
And then you say goodbye.
And then you
But
say
you have to hear the
goodbye.
last beat.
You have to hear the last
Because
beat,
there's
though.
still stuff that we're going to talk about.
Right.
While
We
the
still
music's
have
going.
it's like when Siskel and Ebert would start talking at the end.
Jackie Mason commenting on a snuff film.
I mean,
Is he going to kill her? Is he going to kill her? Is she dead? Is she even dead? I don't even know if she's even dead.
Look at that. How I'm kaput. She's dead. I'm dead. Kaput. She's dead.
Oh, you going to kill that quick? You going to
Cody.
kill that quick?
Have you seen Caddyshack too, Cody?
I have not.
Have you seen Jackie Mason do it?
Have you seen Jackie Mason? Do you know who Jackie Mason is?
I don't know.
Whoa,
I
we
know
started the song again. Fuck it.
Oh,
Sorry,
fuck it.
it's a little bit longer outro.
Is she
I know
dead?
the name,
Is she
but I'm
even
not.
dead?
He was an old school comedian.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they thought, well, Dangerfield's not coming back for part 2.
Let's put
We'll
him
be
in.
fine.
We got Jackie
We'll be fine. Chevy Chase was 1,000% sleepwalking through that, right?
Oh, that was an absolute paycheck.
Man,
I can't believe he did it.
I know. Dude, Caddyshack 2, Cody.
Bill
is-
Murray didn't do it.
Nope. They had
Dan
Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd
I'll do that
basically
part. I'll do
played
that
Bill
part.
Murray's character. It was.
What?
I don't know.
Is she dead? Will you kill her that quick? Why'd you kill her that quick?